Hi, it's Lathia from Farmview Creators. Today we're going to work on the Loads of Love window box insert from the Rust Covered Cottage by Christina. I love this. It is just so cute. I am going to put all my pieces on my sticky board, and I'm kind of putting all the pieces that I want to be the same colors near each other. And I'm going to use mostly Paint Couture products, but I'm going to throw in some FolkArt today too. So I'm starting with Mulberry on one of the hearts, and I did place the hearts out the way I want them to lay on the backboard so that I could kind of, know that my reds weren't going to be side by side and my pinks weren't going to be side by side. So my upper right heart is in Lovestruck, which is a really pretty luxe metallic from Paint Couture. It has like a gold shimmer to it, which is just so pretty. Then on the upper left, I used Vera at the Ballet. The bottom right pink is French Rose, and in the middle I used FolkArt's French Lilac. For the words, I'm going back to the Lovestruck Luxe Metallic. I am using makeup sponges for this because if you dab the makeup sponges over those scored words most of the time, it will not fill in those scored lines and they'll show up better. If they do fill in, I just dig them out with my weeding tool, which you can see I had to do sometimes, but I didn't have to do it the whole time, so it did work. I think I did 2 to 3 layers of that. And then for the backboard pieces, I'm going in with FolkArt Matte Vintage White. This is the color that I painted my window box in that I'm going to put this insert into. So I have 3 of those now. One is like teals and blues, one is black, and now I have the vintage white. So I'm putting 2 layers on that backboard on the scallops and any piece that's not going to be covered up. Cleaning out those score lines, getting that really, really dry. Now I'm going to go in with vintage lace. This is another luxe metallic, and it's a really pretty gold. And I'm brushing it around the edge, the scallop edges of those hearts. And then I'm going to brush it just a little bit on that insert piece at the bottom, just for consistency. I'm going to do 2 layers with that. The first layer you can't really tell, but it was not even. So it did need that second layer. And I did get it nice and dry between. I decided to use a brush for this so that I could have more control. And then I'm going to use a fan brush, and I'm going to dab the tip and then run it across that slide insert. And you can see it's not full coverage. It's just enough. I really like this effect. I've done it a couple of times. Of course, I'm going to go in with my Debi's DIY Dark Wax and distress everything just to give it some more dimension and to make it more vintage style. And then Dead Flat Topcoat is my favorite. On any of the pieces that are not metallic, it is going to take out any of that shine and give it a really nice, super matte finish. On those metallic pieces, it does not take out all the shine, which is what you want. Giving that a really good dry, and then it's time for assembly. So I'm putting out the letters. You can see there that the score lines for the words are still there. There were only 2 score lines for the hearts, so I kind of played around with where the others could go. Placing all those hearts, I'm going to use my art glitter glue. Love this glue because it does not make my fingers crunchy. It gives me a little wiggle room after I set my pieces down. Even after you put a little pressure, you can still wiggle them around a little bit. There I'm just cleaning out some of the scallops. And then I'm going to go down and glue my letters. I also like the art glitter glue because it has a nice small precision tip. It does dry clear, so if any glue runs out the edges of those letters, it's not a big deal. kind of moved around those hearts a little bit just until I got them where I wanted them. I didn't want both of my pinks side by side and things like that. And I wanted to kind of stagger the positioning of them from, you know, bottom to top and the way they tilted. Oh, I just love it. Love how this project turned out. Looks so cute in my window box. I love all the window box inserts. Be sure to check those out. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Bye.